Hi, my friends, fiends, and unsavory beans. Welcome to a sick Ria video. And it's really hard to make content when you're sick, but necessity becomes the mother of invention. So I figured I would do a sick or low voice tutorial for people who want feminine speech but are sick because it can be hard to be sick and be trans because a lot of people get dysphoric when they're sick. So, this tutorial assumes you know the basics of like controlling your larynx, bringing resonance forward, and like shaping the size of the back of your mouth. If you're unfamiliar with these things, then please watch other videos by lovely content creators. Now, when you're sick, everything is looser because it hurts to make things tight. And there's also mucus in there, and there needs to be more space for that mucus. So you have to have a vocal way that accommodates that. This is also a way you can talk in a lower pitch if you don't like the sensation of like constricting everything even a little bit, and you just want a little bit more space. Some find this way also is more natural because it's more fluid, and you want to use this technique a little bit, even if you are going for a higher voice, but it's considered a more advanced technique. That's why vocal tutorials typically don't cover it in like the first video, because just learning how to control the larynx and resonance will get you like 80 to 85% of the way there. And there's enough to juggle. It can be really hard to juggle all of the things you need to do to have a more feminine voice. But if you want this way, or if you want to get a little bit more control to have a little bit more up and down with your voice, I would recommend learning how to alternate between having a very breathy voice and vocal fry. Vocal fry, for those who don't know, is a thing that is in like, oh my god, like the Valley Girl accent. And you can do that at the end of sentences or on certain consonants when you have a more breathy voice to have a more feminine sounding voice, even at lower pitches. So that's it in a nutshell. If you feel confident just having that information and knowing how to practice that, just alternating between a really breathy voice, like you can do the voice saying, Wanda, the witch, has a wonderful wand. It's very breathy. And you can use that to practice breathiness, and you can practice vocal fry with like a Valley Girl accent, like, oh my god. And then you have to alternate between them to have a very feminine but not very tight voice. It's mostly how I talk personally. Characters that you can imitate if you feel like you need that to practice would be Alex from Orange is the New Black or Katra from She-Ra, the Netflix one that came out not that long ago. And yeah, that's the vocal tutorial. Practice imitating a breathy voice with Fry. A word of warning. When you're not sick, it can sound a little seductive if you're also lowering the vocal weight of your voice as well and making it too soft. See other tutorials about vocal weight. So you don't want to be too soft, but when you're sick, like I am now, it's exactly what you need. So go get them, girlies, and or other people who want this type of voice. I'm gonna go rest. Like and subscribe, share this video, do a candle emoji down there since there's candles in the shot. If you want to comment on what you think about this or other voice training tips, I love my community so much, and I want to give this information if you feel like you're struggling with dysphoria and vocal training is really hard and the standard methods aren't working for you. Maybe you need to try something like this. But yeah, also, I just want to say if you haven't, the Discord community, my patron Discord, has been really kind of taking off more. I know I've said that like every like 3 or 4 videos, it feels like, but we're growing and it's wonderful and it's a nice little community. And I hope you join it just for $1 a month. It's a fun little space. But anyway, I'm gonna sleep. Bye bye. Welcome to the magic place of the ink card. I want to give a shout out to the people doing fan art and my $5 plus patrons you see here. Will you please subscribe and ring the bell as well? Check out this video here next. Please do it for me, sweetie. Mwah.